Hello students, we will look at a few numericals on module 2 in energy and environment subject. So these numericals around 4 what we will discuss are about power generation. So I will read the problem and also along with the problem I will try to explain the terminologies which are used because you may not be aware of those terminologies. Like a thermal power plant of 210 megawatt capacity has the maximum load of 160 megawatt. Its annual load factor is 0.6. The coal consumption is 1 kg per kilowatt hour of energy generated and the cost of coal is rupees 450 per ton. Calculate the annual revenue earned if energy is sold at rupees 1 per kilowatt and the capacity factor of the plant. See, thermal power plant means this is like coal based power plant. Okay, one thing, they are given coal, one thing, and the 220 megawatt capacity means the installed capacity is 210 megawatt. So suppose you buy a bike, your bike will have 9 horsepower, 10 horsepower. So that is the capacity, maximum that is, okay. And the maximum load of 160 megawatt. Now, though the installed capacity is 210 megawatt, the total customer demands maximum is only 140 megawatt, okay. So the demand is not exceeding beyond 160 megawatt. This is the maximum demand. Maximum demand will happen sometimes, not all the time. Then there is something called average demand also, okay. And then annual load factor is 0.6. So the load factor is 0.6 means of this maximum demand, whatever is there, only 0.6 is the average load. Coal consumption is 1 kg per kilowatt hour, means to generate 1 unit of electricity, 1 kg of coal is consumed. Per ton means for 1000 kgs the coal cost is 450 rupees. Now you have to find the annual revenue if the energy is sold at 1 rupee per kilowatt and the capacity factor, okay. So you have to understand that 1 year annual revenue he has asked. Annual revenue means per year, okay. In 1 year there are 365 days and if you multiply with 24 hours it becomes 8760 hours, one thing, because now you have to calculate per hour. Now we will see here. So maximum load is equal to the peak load, whatever he has given. And 1 year is equal to 365 days into 24 hours, that is 8760 hours. Okay. So, and the energy which is produced is based on the average load, not on the maximum demand. Maximum demand, as I said, it happens only for short time or brief spell of time. So the annual load factor is equal to average load divided by peak load. What is the load factor? Is equal to average load divided by the peak load. So load factor, average load, now rearranging this, average load is equal to annual load factor into the peak load, okay. Here the installed capacity of 210 megawatt we are not considering because it is greater than the 160 megawatt of the peak load, okay. Please understand the 210 megawatt whatever is the installed capacity, that I am nowhere considering because that is higher than the peak load. Peak load is only 160 megawatt. So the average load is equal to annual load factor, that is 0.6, into the peak load, that is 160 megawatt. So the average load is 96 megawatt, means this plant is working at 96 megawatt continuously every hour for 24 hours into 365 days, okay. Now if you want to calculate the capacity factor is equal to average load divided by the installed capacity. Okay, capacity factor, this thing is not written here. I am telling you the capacity factor is equal to average load divided by the installed capacity. Now the average load is 96 megawatt. Installed capacity is 210 megawatt. So 96 divided by 210, okay, is nothing but 0.45. Is nothing but 0.45. So the capacity factor is 0.45. Means the installed capacity is 210, but this plant is working only at 45% capacity all the time for that 8,760 hours. Okay, this is the capacity factor. Next, energy generated per year. So energy generated per year is the average load, that is 96 megawatt into 8,760 hours. Okay, so this megawatt into hours will become megawatt hour, MWH. That is nothing but 8,40,960 into 10 raised to 3 kilowatt hour. See, please understand, 1 megawatt is equal to 1000 kilowatt and 1 megawatt hour is equal to 1000 kilowatt hour. That is why this has been given as, now because unit, when we sell the electricity is sold at units, kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 unit. Okay, so 1000 watt megawatt we are converted to 10 raised to 3 kilowatt hour. That is 8,40,960 into 10 raised to 3 kilowatt hour or units. Now, coal required. What is the coal required for the plant? So 8,40,960 into 10 raised to 3 kg, because for 1 unit they are told for 1 unit 1 kg of coal is required. So 8,40,960 tons. Now 10 raised to 3 kg is nothing but ton. So it is 8,40,960 tons of coal is required per year, and the cost of coal will be 8,40,960 into 450 rupees per ton. That is nothing but 378.432 into 10 raised to 6 rupees. Okay. Now the cost of energy sold. Cost of energy sold is 8,40,960 into 10 raised to 3. This is kilowatt hours, because it is sold at 1 rupees per unit only. So it is 840.96 into 10 raised to 6 rupees. So the revenue earned by the power plant is the total energy sold cost minus the coal cost. So energy sold is 840.96 into 10 raised to 6 minus the cost of the coal is 378.432 into 10 raised to 6. So you get is 462.528 into 10 raised to 6, that is 46.25 crores per annum. So I will repeat this problem. The problem was the annual thermal power plant of 210 megawatt has got a maximum load of 160 megawatt, and the annual load factor was 0.6, and the coal consumption was 1 kg per kilowatt hour of energy generated, and the coal cost was 450 rupees per ton. So we have to calculate the capacity factor and the revenue. So the capacity factor, we found out that the average load divided by the installed capacity. So average load was 96 megawatt, installed capacity was 210 megawatt, so that gives a 0.45 or 45% is the installed capacity factor. Second thing, the cost of the coal was 378 into 10 raised to 6 rupees. whereas the revenue was 840.96 into 10 raised to 6. That is the total cost of power minus the cost of coal. So we are selling for 8, we are saving 46.25 crore rupees per annum. So this is the solution how we are going to solve. So in this problem you have seen what is the installed capacity, what is the maximum, you understood about maximum load, you understood about annual load factor, you understood about number of hours in a year, you understood about capacity factor. Okay, so now we shall go for the next problem in the next discussion. Hello students, now we shall look at the second problem in this module 2 of energy and environment. It is proposed to supply a load with a maximum demand of 500 megawatt and load factor of 70%. Choice is to be made from a nuclear power plant and a hydraulic power plant. Calculate the overall cost per kilowatt hour in case of each scheme as given below. So there are two types of power plants. One is hydro power plant and second is nuclear power plant. Okay, the table is given here. So we have to make a choice from where you have to buy the power, because we will buy the power where the cost is the least. Correct? Now you see the table. There are three columns. One is cost, second is hydroelectric power plant, and third is nuclear power plant. The capital cost per megawatt installed is hydroelectric is 4 crore per megawatt, and nuclear is 5 crore per megawatt. Interest is 5% for both. Depreciation is 4% for hydroelectric power plant and 5% for nuclear power plant. Operating cost for hydroelectric power plant is only 5 paisa per unit, whereas it is 13 paisa per unit in nuclear power plant. And transmission and distribution cost per kilowatt is 3 paisa per kilowatt for hydroelectric power plant and 2 paisa per kilowatt for nuclear power plant. Now we'll understand the terminologies first. There is solving is the second issue, but you have to understand the problem. What is given here? So now the given point is we have to set up a plant of 500 megawatt. So you have two options: either you set up a hydroelectric power plant or you set up a nuclear power plant. But what we want that the overall cost of unit per unit of electricity generated should be the least, right? Okay. And now to set up the power plant of 500 megawatt, the capital cost, initial cost, what you for constructing of dam and all in hydroelectric power plant is 4 crore rupees per megawatt. Okay, so for 500 means 500 into 4, 2000 crore rupees is required to set up on hydroelectric power plant. Very huge dam has to be built. Whereas nuclear power plant, if you want to build, so it will cost more. It will cost 5 crore rupees per megawatt. That is 5 into 500. That is 2,500 crores. It will cost, because this technology, lot of technology goes into the nuclear power plant, nuclear reactor, lot of safety issues. Okay, that is turbine, steam turbine. This Rankine cycle plant, it is costlier than the hydro power plant, and that is the initial cost. Okay. Next is interest. So this 2,000 crores or 2,500 crores we are not having. So we have to borrow that money from banks or some lending institutions, some other governments. So that cost is 5%. So whatever you borrow, 5% of that amount you have to pay every year towards the interest. Okay. Then their third term is depreciation. What is depreciation? See, please understand, whatever this hydro power plant or nuclear power plant we use, or even your motorcycle or bike, car you are using, it has got a fixed life, say 15 years, 20 years and all. After that you have to replace that, right? So from where you will get the money after 15, 20 years? All at a time you will not get the money. So every year you will keep some amount separately from the savings, so that after the useful life of the equipment, say 15, 20 years, you have got the enough money to buy a new plant. Okay, that amount is known as depreciation amount. In our house we don't do this depreciation, but industries where they buy the equipment, machinery and all, they have a depreciation fund. so that after the useful life of the equipment, they have enough corpus, enough funds, so that they can buy a new plant. This is about depreciation. Next is operating cost, including fuel. See, what is operating cost? Now to generate this power from nuclear power or hydropower, you have to spend on fuel. So in hydropower, water is free, fuel cost is not there. But nuclear power, you have to buy uranium. And second, there will be labor, people involved. You have labor, you have technician, you have engineers, you have managers. So that all come under the operating cost. And lastly, there is shown as transmission and distribution cost. See, please understand, these power plants are not installed in cities. They will be installed far away from the city. So when you, for example, you can see we have got in Kaiga, we have got a nuclear power plant. You have got Kadra Dam, you have got a hydel power plant. So they are not located near the load. Our load is in Karwar. Okay, our load is at Goa, Madgaon. So what happens? You have to have distribution lines, big lines you have to have, and you need to have transformers. So that cost is called as transmission and distribution cost. So having understood the problem, now we will see that 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 kilowatt into 1 hour. 1 megawatt is nothing but 1000 kilowatts. Okay, 1 megawatt I can also write as 10 raised to 3 kilowatt. 1 megawatt hour is equal to 10 raised to 3 kilowatt hours, and 1 year is equal to 8760 hours. Now look at the handwritten text here. Load factor is equal to average load divided by the peak load. Okay, so the load factor is given as 0.7. Average load we have to calculate. Peak load is given as not given. So it is the, we will consider peak load as the installed capacity itself. So installed capacity is 500 megawatt. So the average load will become 500 into 0.7, that is 350 megawatt. So the 350 megawatt is the average load. So in 1 year, how much units of electricity is generated? That is nothing but 350 megawatt into 8760 hours. Okay, this becomes 306.6 into 10 raised to 7 megawatt. Okay, so please I will repeat, 350 megawatts of power into 1 year is 8760. That becomes 306.6 into 7 megawatt hour. Okay, first is this, how many units it is generated. Now let us look at the capital cost. So first we will discuss about hydroelectric power plant. Hydroelectric power plant capital cost is 4 crore rupees per megawatt. Okay, so 4 crores into 500 megawatt, you will get as 2000 crores. So we have written 2000 into 10 raised to 7. Okay, next we have to pay interest. Interest every year you have to pay. This is a fixed cost. Whether you run the plant, you produce electricity, nothing. You have to pay the interest. So interest is 5%. So 5% is 5 divided by 100. That is 0.05. Okay, into 2000 into 10 raised to 7 means into 2000 crore. So 2000 crore we will write it as 2000 into 10 raised to 7. So interest is equal to 0.05 into 2000 into 10 raised to 7, that is 100 into 10 raised to 7, that is 100 crore rupees. Now next is depreciation. Also you have to take out every year. Depreciation is 4%, that is 0.04 into 2000 crores, that is 2000 into 10 raised to 7, that is rupees 80 into 10 raised to 7, that is 80 crore rupees. So this depreciation amount 80 crore rupees you have to take out every year. Interest amount you have to take out 1000 crore rupees, 100 crore rupees every year. Okay, but the capital cost is once only. We have for establishing that plant what you have set up. Now the annual fixed cost, you will have two costs. One is fixed cost and the variable cost or the running cost. So fixed cost is equal to interest plus depreciation. Okay, the interest plus depreciation is 100 crores plus 80 crores, that is 180 crores. We write as 180 into 10 raised to 7. Okay, so what is the fixed cost per unit? So per unit means I'll divide this 180 crore rupees divided by the units. Okay, 306.6 into 10 raised to 7. Okay, so this gives me this 0.59 rupees. Means for generating 1 unit of electricity, fixed cost is 0.59 rupees, 59 paisa. But now we are given the operating cost as 5 paisa per unit and transmission and distribution cost as 3 paisa per unit. So the running cost is, I will call it as variable cost or running cost per kilowatt. This is given per kilowatt. So 5 plus 3, that is 8 paisa per unit. So the total cost will be fixed cost. Overall cost will be fixed cost plus running cost. The fixed cost is 59 paisa. The running cost is 8 paisa. The total cost of generating 1 unit of hydroelectric power plant is 67 paisa. Okay. Now we shall look at the nuclear power plant. Again, for nuclear power plant, the amount of electricity generated is same, but the capital cost is 5 crore rupees per megawatt. So 5 into 500 megawatt, you will get as 2500 crores. That is 2500 into 10 raised to 7 rupees. Now interest again is 5% only. So 5.05 into 2500 into 10 raised to 7. The interest is, so the interest is 125 crores or 125 into 10 raised to 7 rupees. Now depreciation is again here 5%, that is 0.05 into 2500 crores. That gives again 125 crore rupees, that is 125 into 10 raised to 7 rupees. Okay, so the annual fixed cost is the cost towards interest as well as depreciation. So 125 plus 125 crores, there is 250 crores. We will write is the 250 into 10 raised to 7. Now the fixed cost per unit means for generating 1 unit of electricity, how much is the fixed cost? That is 250 crores, 250 into 10 raised to 7 divided by the number of units generated, that is 306.6 into 10 raised to 7 kilowatt hours. Okay, so this is the 10 raised to 7 is kilowatt hours. So we get is 0.82. This is a fixed cost. Means to generate 1 unit of electricity, the fixed cost in nuclear power plant is 0.82. Then you have got running cost also. What is the running cost? 15 paisa for operating cost, that is fuel, and then transmission distribution cost is 2 paisa. So 15 paisa plus 2 paisa is 17 paisa is a running cost. Then the total cost or overall cost per unit of power generation by nuclear power plant is 82 paisa plus 17 paisa, that is 99 paisa. Okay, so we have seen that for in nuclear power plant to generate 1 unit of electricity, the overall cost is 99 paisa, whereas in the hydroelectric power plant, the overall cost of per unit generation is only 67 paisa. Therefore, the overall cost per kilowatt hour is minimum in the case of hydroelectric power plant. So we will try to install a hydroelectric power plant and consume the power and not go for a nuclear power plant, because the cost here we are discussing in terms of economics. So it is the cost is cheaper, so we go for hydroelectric power plant. So in this problem, what we have seen, the maximum demand is 500 megawatt, the load factor was 70%, so the average load become 350 megawatt. Okay, then we have seen that the fixed cost is interest cost plus the depreciation cost, and the running cost variable cost is operating cost as well as transmission and distribution cost. Okay, and these are the learnings. So we have come out with the, after the average load of 350 megawatts per hour per year, how much the power is generated. Multiplying this 350 into 8760 hours, that becomes 306.6 into 10 raised to 7 kilowatt hours, means 306.6 crore units per annum. And we found that the total cost, overall cost is equal to fixed cost plus running cost. Okay, and the fixed overall cost was only 67 paisa for hydroelectric power plant, and overall cost is 99 paisa for nuclear power plant. Hence, as the cost of power generation is lower in hydroelectric plant, we will select that. Thank you. Hello students, now we shall look at the third numerical in this module 2 of energy and environment subject. A power plant of 210 megawatt installed capacity has the following particulars. Capital cost is equal to rupees 18,000 per kilowatt installed. Okay. Interest and depreciation is 12%. Annual load factor is 60%. Annual capacity factor is 54%. Annual running charges are 200 rupees 200 into 10 raised to it is 200 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, the 10 raised to 6 is missing here. The annual running charges are rupees 200 into 10 raised to 6. 6 is missing. And energy consumed by the power plant auxiliaries is 6%. So we have to calculate the cost of power generation per unit, that is per kilowatt hour. So again I will read out the problem because you have to understand this is slightly again different problem. Now the power installed capacity is 210 megawatt. Okay, the capital cost is 18,000 rupees per kilowatt. Earlier the problem was given per megawatt, now it is given as per kilowatt. 18,000 rupees per kilowatt, and the interest and depreciation are combined together like fixed charges, that is 12%. The annual load factor is 60%. Okay, and so we will see what is the load factor. Also annual capacity factor is 54%. The annual running charges are 200 into 10 raised to 6 rupees, and the 6% of the power is consumed by the plant auxiliaries. Plant auxiliaries means in a power plant you will have lot of motors, lot of blowers, lot of pumps, so they also consume energy, na? So that if 100 units are produced, means 6 units are consumed by that plant to run the plant itself. Okay, that is known as energy consumed by the plant auxiliaries. So we have to find out the per unit cost of generation. Now you can see here load factor. Load factor is nothing but average load divided by the peak load or maximum demand. Okay, and second is capacity factor also is given here. So capacity factor is again average load divided by the capacity of the plant, whatever is the installed capacity, like 210 megawatt is given here. Okay, so these are two things. Load factor is average load divided by peak load or maximum demand, and capacity factor is average load divided by the capacity of the plant itself, like 210 megawatt in this case. Now you can see here, using these relationships, the load factor divided by capacity factor, if I write like this. Okay, so load factor is average load divided by the maximum demand. Okay, capacity factor are written in the denominator bottom, so that that becomes capacity of the plant divided by the average load. Okay, so if I write load factor divided by capacity factor, then the relationship becomes average load divided by maximum demand. This is the load factor, and capacity factor is nothing but average load divided by capacity of the plant. But I have reversed it, I have put it in denominator. So here I will reverse it, the capacity of the plant divided by the average load. Okay, so here the average load you can see in the right side of the equation, right hand side of the equation, average load will get cancelled, and what remains is load factor is 0.6, capacity factor is given as 0.54, the capacity of the plant is given as 210 megawatt, and the maximum demand we don't know, we are going to calculate. So the maximum demand is 210 into 0.54 divided by 0.6, that we get is 189 megawatt. So using the relationship for load factor as well as capacity factor, we have found out the maximum demand because we know the capacity of the plant, and the maximum demand is we get as 189 megawatt. Okay, so the this reserve capacity is not required. That is 210 minus 189 is equal to 21. We don't want that reserve capacity for calculations. Now let us look at the average load. So the average load is equal to load factor into maximum demand. So load factor is 0.6 into maximum demand is 189 megawatt. So you get as average load as 113.4 megawatt. So the average load, as I discussed earlier, average load is the load which will be continuously running for all the 24 hours in a day into 365 hours in a year. That is the average load, and based on that average load we are going to find out the energy or electricity produced per year. Okay, so electricity produced per year is equal to 113.4 megawatt. I write as into 3 because it now becomes kilowatt, and into 8760 hours. So when I multiply with 8760 hours, you get 993.384 into 10 raised to 6 kilowatt hours, that is units. 993 into 10 raised to 6 kilowatt hours. Okay, but this is the total energy developed, but in this total energy developed only 6% is used by auxiliaries. So the net energy delivered is 94% only. So what I will do, I will write the net energy delivered is equal to 0.94 into 993 into 10 raised to 6. So the net energy delivered is 933.781 into 10 raised to 6 kilowatt hours. Okay. So this is the net energy delivered which we are able to sell, because 6% is used for the internal consumption only by the power plant auxiliaries. Now the fixed cost is the annual interest and depreciation, that is 12%. So I will write as 0.12 into, now the installed capital cost is 18,000 rupees per kilowatt. So 18,000 into 210, that is 210 megawatt. So I will write as 210 into 10 raised to 3 because it is to be converted into kilowatt. Okay, so here the cost is given in terms of kilowatt. So this becomes 453.6 into 10 raised to 6 rupees. Now the annual cost is equal to fixed cost plus the running cost. So the fixed cost is 453.6 into 10 raised to 6, and the running cost what we have seen is already given as 200 into 10 raised to 6. So this totally 453 plus 200 is 653 into 10 raised to 6. This is the total annual cost for generating the total power. So how much is the cost of generation? Cost of generation is this 653, whatever the amount we are spending, into 10 raised to 6 divided by the total energy which I am selling. The total energy I am selling is 933.781 into 10 raised to 6 kilowatt. So the total cost of power generation is 0.7, that is 70 paisa per unit. So in this problem we are not seen as per megawatt. Now we have seen as per kilowatt, like capital cost was given as 18,000 rupees per kilowatt. Okay, and we have seen that interest and depreciation are clubbed together and shown as 12%, and the running costs are given, fixed running charges are given as 200 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, this is given, and the capacity factor is given as 54%, and the load factor is given as 60%. So considering the load factor relationship, that is average load divided peak load, and capacity factor is equal to average load divided by capacity of the plant, we find out the maximum demand. So maximum demand comes as 189 megawatt, and from the maximum demand we will calculate the average load by multiplying with the load factor, and ultimately we get average load 113 megawatt. So the units, number of units produced is 113 megawatt into the total number of hours in a year, that is 8760. that is 993 into 10 raised to 6 kilowatt hours. But 6% of the energy is used by the auxiliary. So 94% is only what we are able to develop and sell. So the relationship becomes 0.94 into 993 into 10 raised to 6, that is 933 into 10 raised to 6 kilowatt hours. Then we found out the fixed cost, depreciation, that is interest plus depreciation, that is 0.12 into 18,000 rupees into 210 into 10 raised to 3, because when I multiply by 10 raised to 3 it becomes kilowatt. So it becomes 453.6 into 10 raised to 6. So the total annual cost, whatever cost we are spending, is fixed cost plus running cost, that becomes 653 into 10 raised to 6. So per unit power generation is total cost, that is 653.6 into 10 raised to 6 divided by the total units generated and sold, that is 933 into 10 raised to 6. It becomes 0.7 or 70 paisa per unit. Okay, please practice these numericals once and twice, then you will understand and appreciate the relationships. Thank you. Hello students, now we shall look at the fourth numerical on energy and environment, module 2. Calculate the cost of generation per kilowatt hour for a power station having the following data. Installed capacity of the plant is 200 megawatt. Capital cost is 400 crores. Rate of interest and depreciation is 12%. Annual cost of fuel, salaries and taxation is 5 crores. Load factor is 50%. Also estimate the saving in cost per kilowatt hour if the annual load factor is raised to 60%. So very nice numerical it is, because you can understand that when the load factor increases, then what will be the savings. Like for example, I can give simple example. You are having bikes. So if one person is going on the bike, the cost of travel is more. If two people are going on the bike, then the cost of traveling is less. Same simple logic, like load factor is something like this only. Okay, in car also, suppose in one person is traveling by car, then the cost of traveling is more. But if all 5 people are traveling in the car, the cost of traveling is less. So this is a simple example of load factor. Now he has given that installed capacity is 200 megawatt. The capital cost is 400 crores. So capital cost means the amount of money we have to invest to set up this power plant. First cost. Then every year you have to pay the interest and depreciation at the rate of 12%. Okay, this is fixed cost. Then because interest we have to pay, we have already borrowed 400 crores to set up this plant. And then the annual cost of fuel, salaries and taxation, this is a variable cost because it will vary. And the load factor is given as 50%. But if you increase the load factor from 50 to 60%, what is the saving? So this is being asked. So very simple it is. Now here they are not given the maximum demand. So what we will think? We will consider assuming that the maximum demand is equal to the capacity of the plant. The capacity of the plant is 200 megawatt. Okay. So load factor is equal to average load divided by maximum demand. So maximum demand I have assumed as the installed capacity itself because it is not given. So load factor is equal to average load divided by maximum demand. 0.5 is equal to average load divided by 200. So the average load is 200 into 0.5, that is 100 megawatt. Means the electricity generated by this plant is 100 megawatt continuously for the year, that is 8,760 hours. So the energy generated per year is equal to 100 megawatts, that 100 into 3, because I will convert megawatt into kilowatt, into 8,760 hours. So it becomes 87.6 into 10 raised to 7 kilowatt hours. Kilowatt hour is nothing but units. Now the interest and depreciation, that is fixed cost, that is 12%, that is 0.12 into 400 into 10 raised to 7, because 400 crores I will write as 400 into 10 raised to 7. I multiply with 12% is 0.12. So you will get as 48 crores, that is 48 into 10 raised to 7 rupees. Now the annual cost of fuel, salaries and taxation is given as 5 crores. So that also I have to add to the total cost. So the total annual cost is 48 crores plus 5 crores, that is 53 crores. That is, I will write it as rupees 53 into 10 raised to 7. Now what is the cost of electricity per unit? So I am spending 53 crore rupees, that is 53 into 10 raised to 7 divided by how many amounts of units of electricity I am generating? 87 crores, that is 87.6 into 10 raised to 7 kilowatt hour. Okay, so the cost of electrical generation, power generation is 0.6, that is 61 paisa I am spending for generating 1 unit of electricity at a load factor of 0.5, at a load factor of 0.5. But if I increase the loading, to 0.6, that is 60%, what will happen? Now the average load is 0.6 into 200. Now instead of generating 100 megawatts, it is generating 120 megawatts. Okay, the energy produced is 120 megawatts into 10 raised to 3, it gets converted to kilowatt, into 8760 hours in a year, that becomes 105.12 into 10 raised to 7 kilowatt hours. So 105 crore units per year. Okay, the total cost remains the same because the cost of the interest is same, cost of the depreciation is same, salaries are same, taxation is same. Okay, so energy, the total cost will remain the same. So now to find out the cost of electricity is, I am spending 53 crore rupees, same like earlier, 53 into 10 raised to 7 divided by amount of electricity generated is more now. Earlier it was 87 crore units, now I am generating 105 crore units. So that is 53 crores divided by 105 crores. The cost becomes only 50 paisa, 0.50 or 50 paisa. So you can see that earlier it was 61 paisa. Now when the load factor is raised from 50% to 60%, the cost per unit is 50 paisa. Hence the saving is 61 paisa minus 50 paisa, that is 11 paisa per unit. Please understand, the 11 paisa per unit is also big amount because we are generating 105 crore units per year. Okay, so this is how if the load factor increase, the capacity utilization increases, then the cost of power generation reduces. So these are the 4 numericals we have solved on next we will have economic analysis, and we will solve some problems on present worth analysis as well as future worth analysis. And already present worth analysis, some 3 problems I have uploaded on the YouTube. Kindly watch those theory as well as numericals, and we will add some more 3-4 numericals in the economic analysis part also. Thank you very much.